He goes, you don't know this guy, he's just stubborn.
Welcome to the DM Injury Law Game of the Week. Tonight on the spot, Kansas City 38. Tonight, it's the Smithville Warriors. They travel 15 miles east down Route 92 to take on their rival, the Kearney Bulldogs. Both teams sit at 14-9 on the season, 6-1 in conference play. The regular season is coming down to the wire. We have a huge game on tap here tonight. Tanner Collins happened to be alongside Hall of Fame head coach Rick Zeke. Rick, the regular season is coming down to the wire. Both teams top of the conference standings.
Yeah, this is going to be a big game for the Blue Suburban Conference Championship. But you got two teams that almost attack the rim a little bit different directions. You're going to see the high-low offense from Smithville with their size against the three-point shooting of Kearney. Big rivalry. This is what high school basketball, especially toward the end of the season, is all about. You got senior night. You got a lot of activities. They know each other, and they're neighbors, and those are big games.
Let's take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by DM Injury Law. We'll start with the road team, Smithville. They've been led by forward Faith Peters.
Well, Faith is a 6'2" junior, and what coach says is that she dominates the paint inside and out. She's going to need to do that tonight. 15 points a game, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, a little bit over 50% from the field. So she needs to really play well tonight to get a victory on the road.
And on the other side for Kearney, the home team here tonight, it's been guard Brooke Paler.
Well, Brooke might be physically she's 5'3", but she's big in the stat book. 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. She could do it all. She's just got over 1,000 points. She's been a great 3-year starter for Smithville, and she really needs to take care of the ball, find open players for them to get a win on the road.
Players to watch, sponsored by DM Injury Law. Starting lineups and tip-off is coming up next. You won't want to miss it right here, The Spot, KC 38.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. Living here, you learn what makes a community strong, what holds people together, and how to do what's right for friends, family, and neighbors. Kansas City is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. It's where you can reach out to someone you trust if you need help. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
At Dreamlawn, we utilize our patented Soil Smart technology to reduce harmful pesticides while creating the green, weed-free lawn of your dreams. You can even kiss our grass.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
I don't mean to judge, but that other company's truck was tiny.
Ma'am, we can definitely fit this in one truck.
That's why you call Junkie. Bigger trucks, better prices.
Junkie in Kansas City. We treat our customers like royalty.
Back here inside Kearney High School. Happy to have you along here on The Spot, KC 38. Tanner Collins alongside Hall of Fame head coach Rick Zeke. Tip-off about to get underway as we take a look at the starting lineup sponsored by DM Injury Law. Smithville starts 2 seniors, 3 juniors. They got a good group, Rick.
Well, absolutely, and you're going to see them emphasize the high-low looks with their size.
Then on the other side for Kearney, they start 5 seniors.
Well, they're going to mix it up with moving those guards in and out. They're going to be perimeter-oriented, and the coach said they're going to really change up some of their multiple defenses to stop their size.
Let's take a look at the keys to game, sponsored by Dreamlawn. Rick?
Well, when you talk about Kearney, their keys absolutely have to limit the paint touches. They want to move the ball around. They must rebound. At the same time, Smithville, they want to play with intensity, continue the intensity throughout the game, and contain some of their shooters on the perimeter. And what coach says, they got to do their job defensively and offensively.
Keys to the game, sponsored by Dream Lawn. Kearney will work left to right here in the first. In the all-white and purple trim, Smithville will work right to left in the black and green trim. Both teams sit at 14-9 on the season, 6-1 in conference play, which is tied for first. Just 3 games left in the regular season. A big matchup here tonight. Happy to have you along here on the spot. KC 38. Lakin to jump for Kearney, Peters for Smithville, and the Warriors get the opening possession to start here in the first. These two teams met up in December. Smithville won that one 41-35, a low-scoring battle. First jumper is off the mark. Second opportunity here for Smithville. A lot of contact underneath, a late whistle called on the floor, and it'll stay here with the Warriors.
Tanner, you see Kearney opens up an aggressive 2-3 zone, but they're going to have to rebound the ball with that size advantage. If you're going to give them 2 shots, it's going to be a tough night.
Another offensive rebound for Smithville. That time it was Riley Miller, a guard-forward combo. Another shot from deep off the mark. Offensive rebounding, firing early, and an and one for the star, Faith Peters.
That's what's difficult about that zone. It's a tough time. It's a tough time trying to put a body on him. As you see here, the ball goes up. You got to go for the ball, but more important, you got to put a body on him, and Faith Peters chases it back home. And you're going to see that most of the night.
Free throw rims out. And it bounces off the Bulldogs, and it'll stay here with the Warriors. The second chance points have been huge here early on for Smithville under head coach Melissa Savinaya. Kearney led by Troy Ressler.
Coach Ressler really talked about the first 3 or 4 minutes. Last time they played, they were really emotional. They need to keep their emotions in check.
Nice finish underneath by Kate Krim, 5'5" junior. And the Warriors off to a 4-0 start. Now the Bulldogs with their first look offensively.
Man-to-man defense.
Kearney, a team that likes to shoot the 3. First look here, and just a little too strong. Peters rips down the rebound, and a jump ball called. It'll stay here with Kearney.
Really good hustle with Morgan Pennington.
Kearney has won 5 consecutive, dating back to February 6th, 62-43 win over St. Pius. Nice inbounds pass, shot rims out, Peters with the rebound. Gonna be hearing that name a lot here tonight on the boards and in the point column, averaging just under 16 points per game. There's Peters inside, easy 2.
Really good execution. They flashed it to the high post, throw it down to the low post. Kearney's going to have to really be active and keep the ball out of the paint. That's not the start that Coach Ressler really expected.
Now Brooke Paylor will set up the offense here for Kearney. 6-0 start for the Warriors. Nearly a travel up top and a swat by Peters. Kearney sticks with it.
Really good hustle from Kearney, keeping the ball alive.
Taylor thought about the 3, now nowhere to go with it. Swings it over for Taylor. Good look underneath, another one that rims out. A great look for Maddie Lakin. Warriors hold on defensively.
They really need to hit those layups when they get into the paint against that size.
Peters left wide open underneath. 1-on-3. She's making it look easy here in the opening minutes.
Looks like Coach Ressler really wants a set here.
6 points, 4 rebounds already for Faith Peters. We haven't even played 3 minutes. And a turnover by the Bulldogs. Possession back to the Warriors. Rick, how about the start for Peters?
Yeah, well, she's going to be able to dominate if they're going to give them passing lanes to get to her. She's going to run that baseline. You can see the high-low pass there and the direct pass all the way in. And Coach Ressler talked about we're going to have to press a little bit, which they're doing now, and changing defense is going to become important. Bottom line is they got to stop the ball and they got to rebound.
Nice turnover there by Kearney, looking for their first points.
Tanner, I really think the length, there's their first open look. The length of Smithville is really bothering them. Three-point shooters need to get in the rhythm, need to be comfortable. That's going to be tough when they're going to be able to fly out there with those long arms.
Amanda Bruce across the timeline for the Warriors.
Really good seal to the middle.
Mid-range jumper off the backboard. Bulldogs looking to push. Here comes Brooke Paylor. Just inside the three-point line, and she splashes it home.
She knocks it home off the transition. That's really important. They're going to have to score up that tradition. When Smithville sets that defense, their size and their length really is going to bother them.
Bulldogs on the board here in the first. That three short, fight for the rebound. Smithville has been all over the offensive glass here in the first quarter. Jump ball, it'll stay here with Smithville.
Brooke Paylor does it off the transition, goes right inside the line, squares up and knocks it home. She's their leader, coach says. They're going to have to rely on her. Put it in the hole today.
Paylor came in averaging just over 16 points per game, 3 steals a game. Nice dump inside. Here's Peters underneath, another 1-on-2. Going to see a lot of double teams on Faith Peters here tonight. Can't get that one to go. Bulldogs back the other way. Here's Paylor.
They're going to try to lay bodies on her.
Another layup off the mark. Kearney has struggled to shoot here midway through the first.
Addie Adair's extending that defense, but at the same time, that moves that zone out, and they got more looks straight to the basket.
Faith Peters is putting on a show here in the first quarter. Has scored all 8 points for the Warriors. Forcing Kearney into their first timeout.
Well, I'm sure Coach Ressler's going to just really emphasize you're going to have to rebound. Rebounding is effort, rebounding is hustle, but you got to put a body on her. And again, that's what's difficult about that zone. You're covering an area, and you're not really getting your body into an offensive player to box out. And those are going to be 2 tough girls to handle in the paint.
Faith Peters might have a double-double in the first quarter.
Yeah, maybe a triple-double. She's got 2 blocks already.
We talked about the game earlier this season. Peters 8 blocks in one game.
Yes.
You don't see that too often.
And she had a game with 14 rebounds, so she could fill up the score sheet, that's for sure. And she's just a junior, 6'2" junior. Her interest is in the medical field, coach said. I'm sure she could play somewhere, but she loves the medical field. She's looking toward that for the future.
Not a bad route either.
No, she's going to be a doctor someday.
Kearney looking to bounce back out of the timeout. Their first here in the first half.
Coach Avenaya is a defensive-minded coach, and you can see the way they play defense. They're all down in the stance. Their arms are out and really extend their length, which is really causing problems for Kearney.
First personal foul called on Riley Miller, 5'10" junior. Paylor thought about the 3 from way downtown. Now she'll fire. Right wing, too strong off the back iron. Peters rips down. Rebound at number 6.
That's a dangerous spot to give up there. Got a deflection. Now they need to push it down. Get something really good look. Really good look.
Inside. Finish not there. Peters with another rebound. Mallory Wetzel off the bench for Kearney. First sub for the Bulldogs here tonight. Good ball movement here by the Warriors. And that one off the side of the backboard. And the rebound falls to Maggie Lakin. Paylor pushing. Kicking. 3 is up, right wing. Too strong once again. Out of bounds, Smithville ball.
Well, like Coach Ressler just said, that's good offense, though. Now we just need to hit it. Penetrate, kick it out. Your feet were set. Then they just got to score it. A little 1-2-2, 1-3-1 press here a little bit just to pick up the tempo.
Good work by the Warriors. Better defense. Another turnover. That press has worked here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs trailing by 8, minute 45 to play here in the first.
Set play here a little bit. Excellent execution.
Paler out top, knocks it down, and has all 5 points for the Bulldogs here in the first.
Double high stack, rolled her out of it. Open look with a seal.
Then Peters for Smithville, Paler for Kearney here in the opening frame. Paler quickly back across the timeline. She's going to try another. That one rims out. And Peters brings down her 7th rebound here in the first quarter.
Tanner, she just goes after the ball off the backboard, doesn't she? And she can start their break and pivots well and gets it out of there.
See how Smithville decides to play this possession. No shot clock here on the Missouri side. Nice rebound underneath by Maggie Lakin. Done a nice job.
Working hard against two or three bodies down her all the time. Just need her confidence-wise. She needs to hit one of those layups because she's working hard.
Well, the Bulldogs will likely hold for the final shot. Oh, nice dump inside and a nice finish underneath by Mallory Wetzel.
Really good look from Addie Smith or from Kennedy Casey.
That cuts the deficit back to 3. A little 5-0 run here from the Bulldogs. 10 to go. Three to shoot. Warriors looking to get something up to the rim, and that falls short, and that'll do it here in the opening quarter. Both teams top of the conference. Paler knocking it in from downtown, 5 points in the first quarter. It was Peters for Smithville, Paler for Kearney. Second quarter is coming up next.
Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills, you don't deserve the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. You deserve someone in your corner. At my firm, all we do is injury law. We've recovered over $1 billion for people just like you. We're here to make sure you get what you deserve. If you've been hurt, call me. I've got this.
At Dreamlawn, we utilize our patented Soil Smart technology to reduce harmful pesticides while creating the green, weed-free lawn of your dreams. You can even kiss our grass.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources, Athletic Solutions, and Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. Back here inside Kearney High School, happy to have you along here on the spot. KC38, DM Injury Law Game of the Week. Tanner Collins alongside Hall of Fame head coach Rick Zeke. Rick, talked about in the open, it felt like Warriors really handled that opening quarter, but we got a 3-point game.
Yeah, you'd never think of that, but they missed some shots early. Kearney going a 5-0 run, like you said, and Faith Peters just didn't touch the ball the last 3 times, so the zone worked a little bit.
Taylor gets the first shot up, too strong here in the second. Faith Peters there in the first quarter, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Closing in on a double-double here in the first half. A one dribble pull up, too strong. Back comes Kearney. Morgan Pennington with the rebound.
A really good look up the floor.
And a swat by Peters.
Not in her house tonight, just too big. Coach Ressler's really done a really good job of telling his girls to back off the perimeter and keep their bodies on the post players down low. And it seemed the last 3 or 4 possessions, they've done an excellent job making it difficult.
Another nice inbounds pass. That one nearly falls, so it was about halfway down. Did everything but go in.
They've had a few of those today. Yeah, they're laying a body on Peters.
Here's Peters Right block. Floater off the glass. 10 points, a game high for Faith Peters.
Well, good things happen when she touched the ball. Another offensive set. A lot of Kearney sets are poached up down low with a cleanup for a three-point shot.
Paler from way downtown. Second chance here for the Bulldogs. Foul called on the Warriors. It'll stay here with Kearney. Rick, Faith Peters has scored 10 of the 12 points for Smithville.
Really good look from the perimeter. She's going to be tough to stop right there. Kissing her off the glass.
Now the Warriors will make a couple substitutions.
Well, if you're going to cover Peters down low, you're almost going to have to give up the perimeter shot. So you can't really cover both. And coach did not believe that there's really good matchups. So you're going to see, that's why he's staying away from man for the meantime. He's going to switch up those defense, he thought.
Reese Foster and Caitlin Cribb back out on the floor for Smithville. Faith Peters will take a seat. Nice finish underneath, 4 points off the bench for Mallory Wetzel.
She's really picked him up a little bit on the block. She's got some length that can stop some of the post players for Smithville also.
Got Peters on the bench, Rick, for Smithville. If you're the Bulldogs, you take advantage here.
Yeah, I think they're going to give her a little rest and get her right back out there.
Nice hustle there on the baseline from Kate Krim. It'll stay here with Smithville. We've seen both sides just pounding the glass, offensively and defensively.
And both coaches talked about that. Whoever rebounds the ball well is probably going to win.
And a takeaway by Paler off the inbounds. Thought she was going to take the three. Nice dump inside, and the layup nearly falls. Morgan Pennington will head to the line to shoot two.
Really good look from Paler. Kearney's had a lot of balls in the cylinder and out. They're getting good looks.
Kearney coming off a 65-32 win over Excelsior Springs. First free throw from Pennington falls.
Faith Peters back in the game, getting her a little rest.
Bulldogs have not led tonight. They've cut the deficit to just one. Megan Lakin checks back in for Kearney. Nice job by Morgan Pennington. She'll take a seat.
The press has been effective.
Warriors get it across the timeline. Nice pass, left wing. Three is off the mark. And it's Kearney basketball. Chance to take their first lead here tonight.
I think one of the things coach just yelled out that Peters has to touch the ball, play through Peters. She didn't see a touch.
Behind the back dribble from Paler.
No backdoor play.
Oh, they had Maggie Lakin right open underneath.
Again, that's the length of Smithville, getting a lot of deflections. Really good look from the top.
Peters fouled inside, and we'll get her first look at the free throw line here tonight.
If you can put the old Twin Towers, you put somebody at that free throw line, somebody at that low block, that's awful tough. Girl on the low block and seal. Remember, you get the ball in the middle of the floor, everybody's got to react.
First free throw rattles out. Smithville will make another substitution. Haley Atkins, senior guard, will check in for the first time here tonight for Smithville.
If there's one thing Peters could work on, she shoots 51% from the free throw line. Oh, really good look. Really good look by Paler.
Good look by Paler. Good finish from Maggie Lakin. And Kearney has their first lead here tonight, Rick. Timeout Smithville. How about the high-low offense here? Paler finding Lakin for two.
That's a difficult pass. Ball fake high, throw it low, kiss it off the glass. Lakin with the goal.
Rick, you've coached quite a few high school games. These games matter. 3 games left in the regular season. Both teams top of the conference standings. A lot on the line here tonight.
Yeah, for the most part, you want to play with confidence. I think both coaches say we're getting there. We're peaking at the right time. This is just really big for the conference. It's really big that they see each other in the summer. They played each other in the summer. And you got bragging rights. And that's one of the things that both coaches said. We got to keep our emotions intact. You saw Kearney come all the way back from a big lead from Smithville. So both teams are well coached. Both teams are very, very competitive.
Warriors coming off a 55-42 win at home versus Winnetonka. Smithville has struggled from distance. They do get an offensive rebound here. Drive and a foul. Free throws for Kate Krim. Second chance points have been huge for Smithville here in the first half.
Well, you're going to give them second chances. It's going to be awful tough to beat them. Caitlin's came in. Krim has made some things happen when she's had quality time.
Warriors struggling from the free throw line here in the first half. Head coach for Smithville, Melissa Savianaya.
Coach Savianaya opened up the program at Staley. Took a sabbatical, she said, to have 3 kids and got back. It's been a great, made a great move to settle in with her family at Smithville, and she just loves it there and talks about how great the kids she has every day to work with.
Tied up at 13, midway point here in the second. Warriors looking to take back the lead. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke here on the spot, KC 38. The DM injury law game of the week. 3 drops. Hallie Atkins off the bench gives Smithville back the 3-point lead.
Well, Coach talked about she came back from a torn ACL. She can shoot a little bit. They ran a set with a seal on the high and low, and she gets her feet set, knocks it home. Well executed.
Paylor looking for the answer. Too strong. Good looking shot. Warriors corral the rebound.
Same play. Same play. They stepped out this time and cheated on it. They got to find her.
Atkins thought about the 3, running floater, drops in the shooter's touch. 5 straight points for Hallie Atkins. Haley Atkins.
It's really picked up Smithville, especially offensively on the perimeter.
Back to a 5-point lead for Smithville.
Again, Smithville does a really good job of stepping out there with a hand in their face, not letting them have any looks from the perimeter.
Atkins with the rebound on the other side of the floor. Jump ball called. Smithville ball, Rick. Haley Atkins, 5 straight points for the Warriors.
This is great execution. You can see they sealed the top and low part of the zone. They turn around, she puts it on the floor, she steps out. They're going to need her on the perimeter, because we all know where they're going with the ball on the inside.
And another takeaway by Kearney. Layup good on the other end. It's Reese Foster.
The press has really done their job, Tanner. It's really slowed them down a little bit. It's keeping the ball out of the big girls' hands.
It's a 3rd turnover forced on the press by the Bulldogs. Another nice pass inside, out of play. It'll stay here with Smithville. 1:47 to go.
Steal on the press, head up, left-hand layup for Addie Taylor.
5'5" senior guard. 18-15, 3-point lead for Smithville. Atkins right wing.
You can see they got 3 bodies down on the block.
3 short. Minute 25 to go till halftime.
Coach knows they're going to have to hit some of those on the perimeter if they're going to be laying on Peters down on the low block.
Nice pass inside from Paylor.
Really good cut.
Kearney looking for a three. Good look. Another one that just rattles out. The Bulldogs keep it here. That one goes off the shot clock.
You want to see him capitalize on the hustle. Great hustle from Wetzel. Keeping the ball alive, kicking around. Both teams really move the ball well. Both teams are well coached. They really know what they're doing offensively. They execute.
Bulldogs with the press. Forced 3 turnovers off this here in the first half. That time the Warriors break it. Peters underneath. Floats, too strong, gets her own rebound. A lot of contact, no whistle.
She wanted a call there.
Fortunate break for the Bulldogs. Here comes Paylor. Look at the vision. Nearly turned it over. Kearney might hold for the last shot. Out of bounds, it'll stay here with Kearney with 16.5 seconds to play till halftime.
Smithville bench wasn't happy with that call. They all stood up in unison.
Maggie Lake back out on the floor for Kearney. Kearney's had some nice inbound sets. Another layup doesn't go. Struggled inside here in the first half. Smithville's got to go. 5 to shoot. Good look from the free throw line off the back iron as we hit halftime. Here from Kearney, 18-15. The Warriors with a 3-point advantage. Here on the spot, KC 38. We'll be right back. Halftime here from Kearney. We got a good one. Won't want to miss it.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. KC is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
At Dreamlawn, we utilize our patented Soil Smart technology to reduce harmful pesticides while creating the green, weed-free lawn of your dreams. You can even kiss our grass.
What is he doing?
I don't know. At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
Wow, I can't believe you really fit it all in one truck.
I told you, our trucks are bigger.
And our prices are better.
Junkie Kansas City. Bigger trucks, better prices. We treat our customers like royalty.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills or the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. Call me. I've got this.
Welcome to Kearney School District, where learning comes alive, possibilities are limitless, and futures are built every day. In KSD, our vision is reaching beyond success to develop individuals of character. We're dedicated to providing exemplary educational experiences in a safe, supportive environment, empowering all students to discover their gifts, find their voice, and become tomorrow's leaders. Our commitment to authentic literacy ensures students think deeply, communicate clearly, and connect meaningfully with the world around them. Our achievements speak volumes. A 96.7% graduation rate, outstanding ACT scores, and top rankings in English, science, and mathematics among our peers. Every moment counts, and every dream is within reach. Join us, and together, let's build brighter futures.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week is brought to you by Cruz Elite Basketball Academy, Junk King of Kansas City, Safe Haven, R.E. Pedrati Company, Cumpy's Sports and Apparel, Arment Enterprises, and Mike Sill Insurance.
Welcome back to the DM Injury Law Game of the Week. We're here at Kearney, and we are just so honored to have Mr. Basketball for Kearney, Hall of Fame girls coach, Coach Herb Webster. So, Coach spent many of his years here, athletic director, basketball coach. But you started in the 1960s, and you end up here. Tell us a little bit about some of your coaching career, some of your moves to get you here at Kearney.
I started at Jamesport Tri-County in 1967. And surprised when in the summer, I was having to take some driver education courses at Northeast Missouri to get certified. The superintendent called. I thought he was checking to make sure I took my classes. And he says, no, I want you to take 2 more classes. I said, what am I taking? He says, you're going to take some administration classes. I've just named you my high school principal. So here I am, my very first year. I'm a high school principal, head girls, head boys basketball coach.
Well, and your whole career, everywhere you were successful as a coach and administrator. You retired here in 2012.
Correct.
Then became the athletic director, and you're still at all the games. And I know we talked to Coach Startzell and Coach Ressler. They both say they still, get advice from you a little bit. And, you fell in love with the Kearney community. What is so special about the Kearney community?
Well, the best thing about it that I saw, I grew up a very, very poor boy on a farm in North Missouri. Well, it's not city here.
Yeah.
This is almost like a farming community, even though they don't farm a lot around here. So it's got that hometown feeling to you all the time. You're not in a big city, but takes you about 10 or 15 minutes and you can get into the larger city. So that was the thing that really impressed me.
Well, yeah, and you've seen that town, this town grow. Just a couple other things. I think it's really important because you, as one of the, original girl basketball coaches in Kansas City, been around a long time. Describe, in your opinion, how Kansas City girls basketball has evolved to really a hot spot.
When I first started coaching, there was a few. When I went to Hamilton, Penny High School, Hamilton, we played St. Mary's in a sectional ball game, and that was my first experience with the Kansas City area schools against St. Mary's. So when I got down here and got to coach against the school, there was a lot of schools, bigger schools in Kearney that we played, and they really wasn't that good compared to what I went against when I was at Hamilton. But it took about 4 or 5 years, and then things started changing. I think one of the big things that changed was schools started putting coaches in there that wanted to coach girls basketball. And they were ready to go. Brad Gaines at Oak Grove, when he came in, we had a tremendous rivalry between them. Diane Tingler was over at Smithville. And we just had a lot of good coaches that came around, and they elevated the game of basketball.
Yeah, and you're one of them that did that. I got to ask you this also. 900 wins, it took a big part of your life, your dedication as a teacher, administrator. What do you miss about coaching?
What I missed, and this was the thing that games was not, they were important, but my practices, because I was in charge of everything. I didn't have to worry about officials or crowd or nothing. I was in charge of everything, and I loved to break the game down and teach the kids the game of basketball. And that was what I missed the most.
Yeah, and I agree with you. But here's a legendary coach, Coach Herb Webster. Thank you for your time. 5-on-5 Sports and DM Injury Law. Enjoyed your interview, and good luck the rest of your career.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to Kearney School District, where learning comes alive, possibilities are limitless, and futures are built every day. In KSD, our vision is reaching beyond success to develop individuals of character. We're dedicated to providing exemplary educational experiences in a safe, supportive environment, empowering all students to discover their gifts, find their voice, and become tomorrow's leaders. Our commitment to authentic literacy ensures students think deeply, communicate clearly, and connect meaningfully with the world around them. Our achievements speak volumes. A 96.7% graduation rate, outstanding ACT scores, and top rankings in English, science, and mathematics among our peers. Every moment counts, and every dream is within reach. Join us, and together, let's build brighter futures.
At Dreamlawn, we utilize our patented Soil Smart technology to reduce harmful pesticides while creating the green, weed-free lawn of your dreams. You can even kiss our grass.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
I don't mean to judge, but that other company's truck was tiny.
Ma'am, we can definitely fit this in one truck.
That's why you call Junking. Bigger trucks, better prices.
Junking Kansas City. We treat our customers like royalty.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources. Athletic Solutions. And Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. A beautiful look there in downtown Kansas City, but we're up a little bit north here at Kearney High School. Halftime here at the DM Injury Law Game of the Week. Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke with you here on the Spot KC 38. Let's take a look at some halftime highlights sponsored by Toyota. Faith Peters with a double-double in the first half, 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Well, she's tough to stop, and if they're going to play that zone, they're going to have to lay some bodies on her. When they've had their success defensively, the outside shooters for Smithville just didn't hit some shots.
On the other side for Paler, she started to heat up there in the first half. She ended a couple threes, 5 points.
Well, everything goes through her. Her basketball IQ is off the charts.
Smithville did such a nice job. Another nice finish there inside by Peters. How about the ball movement by Kearney there in the first half?
Yeah, both teams are so well coached, well conditioned. They're using their bench. They both got to feel happy about where they're playing going into the postseason.
There was a big spot there in the first half. Haley Atkins, 5 consecutive points for the Warriors. Got a good second half coming up next. There's the boys warming up here at halftime. Third quarter action is coming up here on the Spot KC 38.
A large bank that stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great, because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local.
I'm Mike DePasquale, Kansas City's lawyer, the city of champions. Living here, you learn what makes a community strong, what holds people together, and how to do what's right for friends, family, and neighbors. Kansas City is a place where values still matter and honesty is a way of life. It's where you can reach out to someone you trust if you need help. When you're injured, you want a lawyer who knows this city and a team that knows how to win. If you've been injured, call me. I've got this.
At Dreamlawn, we utilize our patented Soil Smart technology to reduce harmful pesticides while creating the green, weed-free lawn of your dreams. You can even kiss our grass.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome to Kearney School District, where learning comes alive, possibilities are limitless, and futures are built every day. In KSD, our vision is reaching beyond success to develop individuals of character. We're dedicated to providing exemplary educational experiences in a safe, supportive environment, empowering all students to discover their gifts, find their voice, and become tomorrow's leaders. Our commitment to authentic literacy ensures students think deeply, communicate clearly, and connect meaningfully with the world around them. Our achievements speak volumes. A 96.7% graduation rate, outstanding ACT scores, and top rankings in English, science, and mathematics among our peers. Every moment counts, and every dream is within reach. Join us, and together, let's build brighter futures.
Back here inside Kearney High School, Tanner Collins, Rick Zeke with you here on the spot KC 38. Just over a minute till third quarter gets underway. Rick, Kearney trails by 3, but man, they had a lot of good looks underneath. Just couldn't get them to fall.
Yeah, they need a little luck to hit that ball, get the ball into the rim, but they're running their sets and they're executing. They just got to hit the shots. And again, I think they're very well coached, and a lot of it has to do with the Smithville's defense with their length. On the other side, you know, at the same time, Smithville's got to say, hey, we just got to hit our free throws. We've got open looks on the perimeter. Right now, they're giving us perimeter looks. We have to make some shots. And that's what then the zone gets into your head a little bit. And then she rotates her lineup a little bit. And some other players are going to have to come in that can shoot the ball. And it's going to be a game of runs, I really believe, down here in the second half.
Faith Peters with a game-high 10 points, also had 10 rebounds there in the first half, so already a double-double. There's the head coach for Kearney, and for the Bulldogs, they were led by Taylor, who had 5 points. Spread the wealth, Taylor with 2, Pennington with 2 as well. Maggie Lakin was all over the place, especially on the glass for Kearney. Boxing out Peters isn't easy.
No, it's not easy. And a couple times she asked for some help because she just can't do it. And she's always trying to work to get in front of her. At the same time, they got to have somebody behind her. She's got to rebound. Then she's got to beat her down on the other end. So that's tough. That's really tough with their lack of size.
Mallory Wetzel added 4 points off the bench for the Bulldogs. In the first quarter, Peters scored 10 of the first 12 points for the Warriors. Paylor scored 5 of the first 7 for the Bulldogs. 2 players that were highlighted in the first half. Both teams tied at the top of the conference standings. We got a 3-point game with third quarter about to get back underway. We got 3 broadcasts going on tonight. We'll make it 4. We got one in the student section. We got one up top on the other side of the floor, and then we got 102.7 FM in the top right corner of the arena.
And they got their own name tags and all, if you don't know them, so they're ready to go. They probably got more paperwork than we do.
They got a tux on, too.
Yeah.
They are messing around.
Yeah. He's going incognito. He didn't want anybody to know who he is. There's probably 3 freshmen that just want a little attention. But that's what high school's all about.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of fun.
Kearney will work right to left. They'll get the opening possession here in the third. And we're back underway here on the spot, KC 38. Taylor will set up the offense for the Bulldogs. 5 points in the opening half. Nice dump inside and a foul on Peters. Free throws for Maddie Lakin.
I was just going to say, most coaches like a set to start the half, and it was an excellent backdoor play, and she's going to shoot 2.
Like we said, Rick, Bulldogs had plenty of looks in the paint there in the first half. They get a couple more of those to fall. It's looking good for the Bulldogs here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really come down to who can execute offensively with patience. Is going to be the key.
Lakin perfect at the line. Bulldogs just trail by 1 here in the opening minutes of the second half.
Back to the 2-2-1 press.
Saw that press really starting to work there in the first half. Peters inside. Easy 2, 12 points.
Really good penetration by Bruce.
And Bruce really set up the offense there, broke the press, split 2 defenders, and found Peters for an easy deuce. Back to a 3-point lead for the Warriors. And a steal by Smithville.
Really good hands by Baylor.
And the foul for Maggie Lakin. Off the steal, and a nice finish.
Excellent job of keeping the ball. A steal by Baylor. Again, that basketball IQ.
Big momentum swing. Chance to tie this one up at 20. Maggie Lakin has scored all 4 points to start here in the second half for the Bulldogs.
She's getting rewarded for all of her hard work, especially in the first half.
Perfect on the free throw, and we're tied at 20.
Got a tied ball game here.
Now 7 points for Maggie Lakin, and another steal for Paylor. Kearney looking to take back the lead. Here's Lakin. Paylor calling for it in the far corner. Lakin inside. A lot of contact. Good defense by Faith Peters. Now Bruce will set up the offense out top. A lot of steps, no whistle. Here's Bruce. Dicing inside, out of play. Kearney basketball.
They're trying to do a little bit too much on the dribble instead of the pass. You really need to pass that ball with some ball fakes and get that all 5 defenders to move if you're going to eventually find that ball down on low block.
Coach Ressler, head coach for Kearney High School. Paylor working left wing. Likes to shoot. Good look out top. Short. Peters with the rebound. Might have got a little piece on the outside.
Yeah, I think they got the hand on their face and got a piece of it.
Bruce slowly back across the timeline for the Warriors. Tied at 20. And a foul called underneath. Peters was battling for possession on Kennedy Casey, who was called for the personal.
I think Casey was just trying to keep her away from that low block ball side. Ref happened to be standing right there.
Mallory Wetzel back out on the floor for the Bulldogs. 4 points off the bench in the first half for Wetzel. Bruce with it out top. Good look right wing. Off the mark. Good box out by Paylor. That was Addie Taylor, rather, for Kearney. Back up the floor for the Bulldogs.
They're looking for coach for another set. They're going to rely on sets. Pick and roll action, sideline action. Lakin
underneath. Bruce was there to attempt to take the charge. No whistle, a lot of contact. Nice finish for Lakin.
Those are really good plays because you got Peters switching out on the guard and the guard covering Lakin.
How about Maggie Lakin? She scored all 7 points here in the second half for the Bulldogs. And another rebound for Lakin. Just the second lead of the game for Kearney. Now looking to extend the lead. Good look. Too strong. Bruce with the rebound.
The tempo's in Kearney's advantage, going up and down a little bit. Ball's really not moving like it did in the first half.
That 3 drops for Riley Miller. Smithville back up 1.
They need that. They need that. Then they need to be patient enough to make sure they can get the ball down to Faith Peters.
Nice finish on the other side by Mallory Wetzel, who has put in some nice minutes off the bench.
She's in the right place at the right time. Kisses it off the glass.
Nice bucket on the other end for Reese Foster and Rick. Offensively, both sides heating up.
Well, they're getting good looks. And again, I think they're really patient. There's a turnover.
How about the steal by Miller? Coast to coast, layup is short. Now Paylor with it, heaving it back up the floor. Over for Lakin, layup doesn't fall.
Both teams asking for fouls around the goal. They're running a shooter over to the other side. You can see the execution here, swinging it back.
It'll stay here with Smithville. 3:07 to play here in the third. Good look out top. Off the back iron. Rebound brought down by Morgan Pennington.
Paylor likes to push the tempo.
Casey right wing. Here's Paylor. Wetzel nearly gets it stripped. Casey nearly gets it taken away. It stays here with the Bulldogs. Paylor for three. You bet. Bulldogs back up two.
Step back three by Paylor. That's really good offensive patience. Really good offensive patience.
Back and forth we go here in the third. Smithville swinging it around, and they're going to get Morgan Pennington with the foul.
Look at this. She squares her shoulders up on the kickback. Nothing but neck. That's really big, confidence-wise.
Great rotation
shooters
on the shot as well. Peters calling for it underneath. Smithville having a hard time getting it to her. And she gets her own offensive rebound. And Paylor is there to nearly take it away. Jump ball called. It'll stay here with Smithville.
Well, when Smithville, Peters is sealing that low block. They're willing to take that shot instead of making the extra pass to her and maybe play out of that a little bit.
Under 2 to play here in the third.
There it is again.
1-on-2. Peters short on the layup. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Paylor across the timeline for Kearney. Casey wants it. Fires a three. It's just short. Good look for Kearney.
That's a good look for them.
And another steal forced by Paylor. She's everywhere for the Bulldogs. She's going to hit a three. Cashes in another. Largest lead for Kearney. 30-25. Paylor is heating up.
She's really their leader. The energy comes through her, really talking to her teammates.
11 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. Filling up the stat sheet once again. Kearney wants to tie up the season series. And a big-time answer from Peters. And a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, she put her on the floor, and she's strong enough to take Paylor up with her to knock it home.
Rick, both teams heating up on offense. Paylor now with 11.
She gets a good look off the transition. That's where she's really good. And then down here, she muscles through the ball on the floor and scores it.
Peters saying, anything you can do, I can do better. 16 points, free throw off the mark, 13 rebounds for Faith Peters. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Under a minute here in the third. Wild layup. It'll stay here with Kearney. That three off the mark. Kennedy Casey tracks down the rebound and is fouled. And now the Bulldogs could just hold for the final shot here in the third.
Well, Casey keeps the ball alive. 2 rebounds just by pure hustle. It's going to get him a late possession here.
38.9 seconds to play here in the third.
Really good
set.
kick out.
Wetzel for three. It drops. The Bulldogs are hitting everything from downtown.
Executing on out-of-bounds play.
6-point lead, largest tonight for Kearney. Peters with a quick answer on the other end.
It's real simple.
Points.
She's got to touch the ball every possession.
Kearney working quick. Good look from the corner for the Bulldogs. Another three is down. Kennedy Casey from long range.
We got a big-time, high-intensity game now.
7-point lead going into the fourth for Kearney. How will Smithville respond in the fourth? Kennedy Casey setting the tone to end the third quarter. Wetzel out to the corner. Casey, nothing but nylon. We'll be right back right after this.
At Compass Financial Resources, we help individuals and families looking to take control of their financial future, to find clarity and confidence in the decisions that matter most. We are grateful for the clients who put their trust in us and excited to meet those who will have the privilege to help next. From all of us at Compass Financial Resources, we wish all of you a wonderful 2026.
The DM Injury Log Game of the Week is brought to you by Relic Apparel and Graphics, Ready Set Hang, Design Mechanical, Weaver Exterminating, Tequila Harry's, Chris O'Connor, Attorney at Law, and BSN Sports.
Well, we got Steph Curry here in Kearney tonight. Just bang, bang, bang. Those threes add up quick. They're playing with confidence.
Brooke Paylor
sharing
now
the
with
wealth.
11 points, leading the way for Kearney. Maggie Lakin with 9. She scored the first 7 points for the Bulldogs there in the third quarter. Kearney with the opening possession here in the fourth.
Another pick and roll set here. Really good idea, really good defense from Faith Peters. He read it.
Faith Peters with the steal. Warriors looking to cut into the 7-point deficit. And the steal by Paylor. Now will look to go coast to coast. And earns a trip to the free throw line.
The zone is creating some turnovers just by their active arms or active feet. It's just, you just can't throw the ball down to Faith Peters without being patient and move that defense. And coach is looking for some options on that perimeter.
Two for two at the line, and now a 9-point advantage for the Bulldogs. 13 points for Brooke Paylor. Full court press continuing to be put on by the Bulldogs. Warriors took game 1 of the season series, 41-35 back in December. Kearney looking to even the season series here tonight. And a foul underneath. Addie Taylor called for the personal.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to Lakin and Wetzel, just covering Faith Peters most of the night, putting their hands on her, laying their bodies on her. It takes a lot of energy.
Baseline out of bounds here for the Warriors. Kate Krim with it out top. Over for Miller. Her three short. Peters offensive rebound. And 2 more free throws upcoming for Faith Peters.
She can go up and get a rebound. She knows where to take it, right to the hole. .18
points, 14 rebounds for Faith Peters here tonight.
she's going block to block, which kind of makes her easier to cover, Tanner. I'd like to see her flash up to the, which they call a power triangle, to work up from the low block to the high post down to the other low block. So that defense has to find her where she's going to lay on one side. It's easy to cover and they can see her. Smithville at the same time is trying to swing the ball to her side and start her away from the original pass.
Haley Atkins back out on the floor for the Warriors. Scored 5 consecutive points off the bench back in the first half. Peters good on the free throw. 8-point deficit for the Warriors.
Now you see Smithville pressed a little bit.
Taylor got a little banged up there.
Loose ball.
It'll be Kearney basketball. 6:57 to play here in the fourth. Pressure being put on by Smithville. Kearney gets it across the timeline, and that will set up the offense with Addie Taylor.
Kearney does it with the pass without the dribble.
Hands it off to Paylor. See if Paylor tries a three. Working out top, and a turnover by the Bulldogs.
Unforced turnover.
Wetzel unable to handle the pass.
Let's see if Smithville can capitalize on it. They're kind of in a, they're not really in a flow at all offensively a little bit against his zone.
Good look, and a three ball for Haley Atkins, who now has 8 points off the bench for Smithville.
She's really helped him out tonight.
Good pump fake and drive kick. Lakin was left open underneath. Foul on the floor. Baseline out of bounds for Kearney.
Against that zone, they sealed it down with Peters with 2 girls, which is going to leave a shooter wide open, and Atkins knocks it home.
Smithville will take a timeout. Baseline out of bounds coming up for Kearney. 38-33. Thanks to Robert Robinson. Deliver a no pressure buying experience and knows how to just make it easy for all purchases. They currently have a great line of pickup trucks in their inventory. Thanks to Roberts Robinson. 6:10 to play here in the fourth. Happy to have you along here on the spot, KC38. Student sections filing in here inside Kearney High School.
I look at the body language of Smithville, which is a little bit not confident right now. A little bit, they need some shots to fall in. And again, it's got to go through Faith Peters, but they got to be patient enough to get that to her and not be content with taking that outside shot. At the same time, Coach Ressler's got to be talking a little bit about to the Kearney girls about this is our tempo. Let's push it. Let's get those threes out of transition. Now with this press, let's set the floor up. Let's attack if we got the numbers. If not, come back out and make them play us man-to-man defense.
Peters 19 points, 14 rebounds here tonight. Done a little bit of everything for Smithville. Kearney with the 5-point edge. Their largest lead was 9 back in the third. Baseline set here for the Bulldogs. Nice look. Wetzel, an easy 2.
They're out of bounds, have really got them, 6 or 8 points, correct, Tanner? I mean, they've executed, and Smithville's given up some easy ones in the paint off those out of bounds.
And a steal by Paylor. Coast to coast. Back to a 9-point lead for Kearney. 15 points tonight for Brooke Paylor.
She is just a high-quality player. Look how active in passing lanes.
Foul called on Brooke Paylor. Atkins, little pump fake there, left wing. Brooke Paylor is...
Watch this little stop and go. Great move. Her body lifts a little bit, then she accelerates through.
See that speed into the lane. 15 points for Brooke Paylor.
3-year starter, over 1,000 points. Just great for the program.
Atkins left wing, 7 points off the bench. Jumper from the free throw line is short. Wetzel with the rebound. Kearney has really showed their depth here tonight. Wetzel has put in some huge minutes off the bench.
Smithville got the ball where they wanted, and then Peters has to post up at the middle of the rim. She stayed on that block there a little bit. They wanted to give it to her.
Taylor, 2-dribble pull-up short. Rebound goes to Riley Miller. Miller across the timeline for the Warriors. Bruce left open. And the Bulldogs will bring it the other way. Good look inside.
Really good look.
Beautiful basketball from the Bulldogs. Double figures now for Maggie Lakin with 11.
That was just an excellent look in the open floor.
The vision from Paylors has been there all night. Atkins thought about the 3. Running floater is short. Riley Miller tracks down the offensive rebound. It'll stay here with Smithville. They're looking to get it inside to Peters. Layup too strong. Oh, a battle underneath. Paylor comes away with it.
You know who's going to end up with a loose ball.
Taylor thought about the 3. Pump fakes on Bruce. Brings it near the center circles. Timeout. Oh, foul. Looked like Kearney was going to take a timeout there. Paylor picking up her dribble way outside the line. How about the vision tonight from Brooke Paylor, Rick?
Pushing the ball, one-handed pass through defender.
Looks like Mahomes out here.
Absolutely. She's a competitor. You can see that in her eyes.
It's Stuppenhouse out on the floor for Kearney. First time tonight. 3:50 to play. Past the midway point here in the 4th. Wetzel doubled. Not the foul you want if you're the Warriors. They had a 3-on-1 there in the far corner.
And I think coach was yelling, saying, "What are you doing in the corner?" She's dribbling in the corner. Smithville had them right where they wanted. That's a big foul. That was going to lead to a turnover.
Kearney looking to get it in bounds.
Yeah, and they're out of bounds plays.
Lakin with the shooter's touch. They've been money on the baseline out of bound plays. 13-point lead for Kearney. Bruce pulls up, top of the key, splash.
They need that. They're going to have to jump right back into that press. With 3 minutes to go.
Paylor not slowing down. Stuppenhouse, first shot of the night. Nothing but nylon. She only needs one. She's warmed up. Back to a 13-point lead for Kearney. 3:09 to play here in the 4th.
It's like being a pitch hitter and hitting a grand slam for your first swing.
Look at that smile. Stuppenhouse, first minutes off the bench. First shot attempt, another assist for Paylor. How about the lefty stroke?
Oh, great stroke. Elbow past the eye. She felt it, knew it.
Little fist bump from coach. Largest lead tonight, 13 points for Kearney.
Well, you can just see the body language of the confidence with Kearney versus a little bit apprehensive right now about how are we going to attack it and score points from Smithville. The zone, again, it might have been 10-2 to start. They score in their 3 or 4 possessions. The old Syracuse idea is let non-shooters keep shooting. We find their best players and zone them up, make the other players beat us. Pretty good philosophy right now.
Stuppenhouse will take a seat for Kearney. Bruce kicks. Warriors got to move quick on the offensive side of the floor. Peters looking for it underneath. Fades, too strong. Lakin with the rebound.
Well, that was good offensive basketball. She just missed it. Great pass from her.
How about all these pump fakes from Paylor? Makes it so hard defensively. She's pump faking passes, shots, defensive pressure, and another steal for Kearney. Peters takes it right back, and a jump ball is called. It'll stay here with Smithville.
With the game on the line, everybody's going for the ball.
Peters came flying in after Kearney got the steal. There was Lakin. Peters says, give me that right back. Smithville trails by 13. Bruce from downtown. She hasn't shot a lot of shots tonight, but
she's got good.
Look good. She's been left open.
She's trying to keep them in the game.
Good look on the other end. Nice pass from Taylor. She sees the floor so well and dishes off another.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Taylor. She can really play the game.
Warriors looking for another three, and they're starting to drop left and right for Smithville. That time it was Riley Miller.
Threes come in bundles.
Taylor with it left wing. She'll try a three. Short, looked good in the air.
Yes, it did. I thought they'd use the clock a little bit and make it work, and make them defend them.
See if the Warriors take another three here, trailing by 9. Miller inside to Peters. Lakin whistled for the personal. Taylor has done it all here tonight for Kearney. Smithville not going away. They're starting to heat up from deep.
That ball fake enabled the defense to move, and she knocks her feet. You can see the intensity on her face. We got to get back in it.
Timeout on the floor. Smithville trailing by 9, and with 1:35 to play here in the fourth.
Safe Haven is proudly based in Kansas City. Safe Haven Security has protected homes since 1999. As the nation's largest ADT authorized dealer, they are hiring local sales and installation team members today. Safe Haven Security.
1:35 to go here in the fourth. It's been a fun one here tonight on the spot KC38. The boys to follow right here inside Kearney High School. Look at the Kearney bench leading by 9. Largest lead was 13 earlier in the fourth quarter. How about the night for Brooke Taylor? 15 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. Not a bad night, Rick.
That's her typical stat line. And you can see why she's so consistent. 1,000 point scorer in her career. She finds the open player. She's hit big shots. Now they got to close it out. It's a big possession here for Smithville.
Baseline out of bounds for the Warriors. 1:35 to play. Bruce the trigger for Smithville. And a foul call on Wetzel. That'll be free throws for the Warriors. That's what you want for Smithville. Clock stops. Chance for 2 shots at the line for Kate Krim.
They need to concentrate and hit these free throws, get back into that press and make something happen. She gets the first one.
Good on the free throws. Back to a 7-point deficit. Here comes the press by the Warriors. No fouls to give. Free throws the rest of the way for both sides. Addie Taylor near the timeline gets through 2 defenders. A Paler traps. Back out for Taylor.
They're going to utilize the clock a little bit. They're shooting free throws from here on in.
Taylor gets around 2 defenders, make it 3, dumps it down. Lakin with the finish inside. 17 points for Maggie Lakin.
Taylor steps through the double team, finds her on the block.
Bruce looking for a quick 3 on the other end. It doesn't go. Kearney with the rebound. Look at the dribbling from Brooke Taylor. Weaving and dicing through the defense, and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Look like a globetrotter going through all the defenders. penetration by Paylor. Excellent bounce
She's on
pass.
autopilot.
Yes. I mean, great team play from Kearney. Coach Wessler's been here 14 years, built a great program, was part of the boys team for a while, ended up on the girls side. Very successful.
2 for 2 at the line, back to an 11-point lead. Warriors got to move quick here. Can't foul if you're the Bulldogs. Good defense. Lakin with the rebound. Now Kearney can just dribble the clock out. Taylor with it in the corner, back out top. Taylor with it near the center circle. And a foul called on Smithville with 11.2 seconds to go here in the fourth. It's Kearney group fun to watch tonight, Rick.
Well, I really love watching them. Again, I think they're very well coached. They all see the floor. They all understand their role. Some of them came in and we needed rebounding. We needed defense. We need to hit shots. They really play well. Both teams are playing well at this time of the year for postseason. Smithville will be in the Class 4. Kearney be in Class 5. They're looking down the road here for next week and to see where they'll be seated. Both of them have an excellent chance to advance.
Warriors looking for another bucket here in the final seconds. Hustle continuing, another jump ball called with 2.7 to go. Possession arrow favors Kearney, and they'll look to wrap it up here. Casey to inbound, Taylor with it. And Kearney moves to 7-1 in conference play, 15-9 overall. Warriors fall to 14-10, 6-2 in conference play. 55-44 the final here tonight.
Well, round 2 goes to Kearney. Round 1 in December went to Smithville. They got the bragging rights tonight.
What a night for Brooke Paylor. We'll be right back after this. 55-44 the final. We'll be right back here on The Spot, KC 38.
A large bank that stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great. Because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local.
I'm attorney Mike DePasquale. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you don't deserve the medical bills, you don't deserve the lost wages, and you don't deserve to be treated like a nobody. You deserve better. You deserve someone in your corner. At my firm, all we do is injury law. We've recovered over $1 billion for people just like you. We're here to make sure you get what you deserve. If you've been hurt, call me. I've got this.
Founded with a vision to bridge the gap between innovation and athletic performance, Athletic Solutions delivers cutting-edge gear and experiences that empower athletes and inspire fans. From championship moments to hometown pride, we connect communities to the teams and players they love. Shop elevated products, support your local heroes, and discover why Athletic Solutions is the ultimate game changer for fans, athletes, and brands alike.
The DM Injury Law Game of the Week on 38 The Spot is brought to you by DM Injury Law. You Move Me. Your Kansas City area Toyota dealers. Compass Financial Resources. Athletic Solutions, and Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. Back here inside Kearney High School, 55-44 the final. Kearney girls moved to 15-9 on the season, 7-1 in conference play. Let's take a look at our player of the game, sponsored by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. It was Paylor, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 steals, Rick.
Well, she's 5'3", but she played like she was 7'3" today. Just outstanding offensive play, defensive activity. She made everybody on our team better, and that's a sign of a great player.
Player of the game, sponsored by Cruise Elite Basketball Academy. 17 points for Paylor. She did a little bit of everything tonight for the Bulldogs. And then it was Maggie Lakin, 17 points as well, Rick.
Yeah, she came. I mean, she did the job against Peters. She really offensively, she hit layups, she got rebounds, and their whole bench. I thought Coach did a great job of maneuvering, people with their roles in and out of the game. And Smithville got into a little bit of an offensive rut, and Peters didn't touch the ball. And Kearney really went through some runs with their threes, and that's how they play. It
was a good one. Kearney wins it here at home and ties up the season series at 1 apiece, 55-44. Nice crowd, babies in attendance. It was all Paylor here tonight, leading the way for Kearney, who moves to 15-9 on the season, 7-1 in conference play. 2 more games left in the regular season, 1 left here at home. For our producer, Sean Belden, back at the studio for Rick Zeke. My name is Tanner Collins, signing off here from the girls' game. The boys are next, but for now, Kearney takes it 55-44.